After living on our floating home for over a year, with over 3,600 nautical miles on the water, we've learned so much along the way. Everything from electrical to weather predictions to anchoring in a storm. But the far best lesson we have learned is to pivot when things don't go to plan. It's the unexpected detour that often brings you to a scenic route, which comes with even more lessons to learn. And there's always more to learn when living life on the water.
But this might be the end of our cruising season.
I feel like we worked so hard to get here.
Yep. I blew our engine. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and shut down the starboard engine. Okay, so there are three options on the table. We go to West Palm or back to the state. We go ahead and go to Freeport to go into Old Bahama Bay Marina. But we have a tech coming in from Freeport today, and it's probably not gonna be able to fix the problem today, but you know what? If it's something simple, he might be able to fix it. It'd be great. But by the end of the day today, we should have a better idea on what the actual problem is and what the solution is going to be, and then we can come up with a plan on how to execute that solution. That's the plan today. Our mechanics just left, and as hoped for, expected, it was a part that I didn't even know existed because one, it's not on the manual, and two, I'd never even heard of it. It's a little plug that is right forward of the oil filter, and that plug is designed to pop out whenever you overfill the engine with oil and there's too much pressure so you don't blow your engine. So it did exactly what it was supposed to do. It is a very, very smart plug to save engines from very, very stupid people like me.
I don't know how much, I don't know, we'll get a bill.
Yeah.
We'll see how much this lesson cost. But it's a good thing to know, so.
Yeah, if I ever do this again. And like the thing is, like the plug wasn't in, like it wasn't down in like the front of the engine, it wasn't on the side of the engine, it was like it popped out, it was actually like underneath the engine.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm glad it is found, it was fixed, and
it was a fairly easy solution, and we can look at our next weather window and be on our way.
Yep, the adventure continues.
I know, all this emotional turmoil, the ups and downs, the anger, the sadness, the everything.
Anxiety, and just.
Yeah.
I'm so relieved that I didn't do any permanent damage to the boat, just permanent damage to my ego and self-confidence and self-esteem and all those self things. But, I mean, this kind of helps.
This is a very touristy vacation resort spot. This isn't some place that we would normally frequent, I don't think, but, you know, while we're here, we might as well enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm just particularly glad that we made the call to just pop in here, get it diagnosed before running back to Florida, wherever. We were so glad this was the easy fix we hoped it would be. And with that out of the way, we have a few little projects to do while we await the next weather window.
I used to have like a real nice garden. You wouldn't believe it from this, but I did. It was a vegetable garden, not a stupid flower garden. I want things to be practical and useful.
Hence our little Herbie topiary.
And while we're at the dock, I'm going to work on a project that we've been meaning to do for a while. This is supposed to work, right? That's closer. There, so much better. We took care of some projects, so now let's go explore.
Yeah, that seems the thing to do. It's a big island, and you know, there's things to do, I'm sure.
It's like massive. that the turtles are expecting us to feed them. And we walk up and they just start swimming over to us like this is normal.
Don't feed the wildlife. I don't think that's the trail.
Looks kind of like a trail. It's just like a little less maintained, right? Let's go see. Maybe it's not a trail. Adventure is out there. Oh my gosh, proof that it is a trail. Stairs leading to it. But we can take the stairs up. Because Daniel doesn't want to walk on that trail.
I would say I wouldn't walk on it in Texas because like half the venomous snakes in Texas look like that.
True. Did you notice this while we were walking by?
Yes, it's a black olive tree. Well, it's gotten eaten on by a sapsucker.
It's kind of woodpecker bird that does this, and it's like up and down this entire tree. I'm a tree hugger.
So while we are out and about, we are going to stop by a market and see if we can snag some fresh produce while we're close to land.
If Daniel could just remember to stay on the left side of the road. We've had a couple of times. It's like, whoops!
Once with traffic and once without traffic, so yeah, they drive on the left side here and forget that sometimes.
There's a lot of debate about the price of eggs in the States right now, so we were curious what eggs are going for right now in the Bahamas.
A lot. So we talked about before the exorbitant price of paper or toilet paper, paper towels, paper goods in a video. Get an idea of this. Go to your local Mega Mart and see if it's cheaper than $38.99. Go snorkeling.
And we've been told that there is a couple of reefs right off the shore, so we are going to dive in and see what we can see. We finally have a day with a little wind, and so it's a kind of a
good opportunity to see what's going on there.
Exactly. Daniel was just saying that we normally jump off the boat or the dinghy, and today he's like, I don't really know how to do this. How do I get in the water?
Yeah, I don't know. Turtle.
Let's go find him. So, I think somebody lied. Not a lot to see. We did see some fish. There we go. And some turtles. Nothing else. That was a great excuse to take a dip in the water. And we're really excited to get going. We have this gorgeous weather window. We can sail the entire way to the berries. And it's going to be fabulous. I've even taken my Dramamine because it should be a little bumpy, but we're going to be going downwind. And I mean, this is perfect, ideal for us. Until Daniel did the engine checks.
I didn't break anything this time. Since we left Fernandina, I've been monitoring the serpentine belt, and it's been loose, but I tightened it up and it was fine. And I checked it again today, and it's even looser. Now it looks like the bracket that's holding the alternator onto the block is a little squirrely. And the deflection in the belt is a lot more than it was. Had nothing changed, we would be going. But now something's changed. I might need to dive in there and get this alternator situation fixed. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but it's certainly going to push us past our optimal leaving window. The next weather window is not for 5 to 6 days.
Daniel was like, no, let's just go. This is a great window. We're going to go. And I said, but you're concerned about this. He's like, yeah, I'm really concerned. It's like, all right, an ounce of prevention. Like, that's all we need. We just need to stay put and get this figured out.
All right, this is bad. There are 2 bolts that hold the mounting bracket to the engine block. One of them has sheared off. This is the mounting bracket. It's supposed to look like this, be up here. This bolt is supposed to go in that hole. The base of that bolt is still in there. Shoot me. All right, so this is the bolt that is still good in the mounting bracket. This is the bolt that sheared off. So yeah, we've got about that much of a bolt stuck in the engine block. Now how to get a sheared off bolt out of an engine block with probably not the right tools. So after some quick internet sleuthing, this is what we're gonna try. I'm gonna take this 1/8 inch drill bit and I'm gonna start a pilot hole in the broken bolt. Then I'm gonna take this Torx bit and I'm gonna basically tap into that pilot hole as much as I can, and then basically unscrew it from there. Hopefully the bolt itself isn't seized inside there. I got the lower one off pretty easily, so I'm hoping the same goes for that one. Well, I think I got too close to the threads trying to extract the bolt. It's just such an awkward spot and it's impossible to see. I drilled it out and I thought I had enough tolerance, but trying to get that torque bit in there, I think that is too close to the threads, and I don't want to keep tapping it in and then just strip the threads. And now I'm going to let someone else try. As the old saying goes, if you think it's expensive hiring a professional, wait till you hire an amateur. I have a broken bolt in my engine block. Tell you what, these guys are Johnny on the spot. No, we'll get you in 7 to 10 days.
We are expecting to have a couple of guys come out and take a look at the engine today. So that should be, hopefully they'll be able to get it fixed today and we can start looking at our next weather window.
Yeah, that's the alternator.
Alright, so that top hole is the one they drilled out, bottom hole is the regular one. Unfortunately, they weren't able to extract the broken bolt in one piece. They had to drill out the whole thing, which, you know, that's a distinct possibility when that happens. So they're going to widen up the bracket hole just a smidge and put a new tap in, and we'll be done. I was also mentioning in the past the bracket that holds the back of the alternator, the tensioning bracket, didn't seem like it was connected to anything, and I couldn't figure out why. Like maybe a bolt came off or something like that. But no, that broke too. There's that bracket. This is supposed to be connected to that.
Okay.
Drop a weld right there.
And that'll hold?
Oh yeah, they can do it strong. And then we flip it over, and then they're gonna weld it here too.
Okay.
Great.
See?
Perfect.
Fabulous.
Just weld it back. Well, it seems a fairly straightforward fix, but definitely something out of our ability to do here. I mean, drilling out the bolt is one thing, but welding that little piece back together, that would be something that is well beyond our ability. So we're getting it done. We should have it done by the end of the day today. So because they had to drill out the bolt that was sheared off, they had to make a bigger hole, and therefore it was a longer bolt. Now, because it was a longer bolt, getting down into the bottom of the engine block, they had to use some more washers to basically fill that gap. Well, that was too many washers, and now the alternator is too far out of place as it was originally, and they would have to get a longer belt. So what they're actually going to do is going to get a smaller bolt to replace the one that was in the top of the bracket. I said, in true sailor fashion, it's like, well, I have a Dremel. You can just cut down the bolt that you already have. And they were like, no, let's not do that. Let's go get the proper bolt. Fine, whatever.
They didn't necessarily say no, but they did say on the island, that's sometimes what you just have to do.
We're going to get all fixed up bright and early in the morning, and it'll be great. We are at that point where we can turn it on, see what's going to happen.
The engine was repaired and we were $1,200 lighter. Now we can await another weather window, but not before visiting a local coral farm.